Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at Noon.
He was arrested hundreds of miles away. Now a man accused in a Lexington murder will face a judge for the first time.
I'm Danielle Nottingham in Ferguson, Missouri. Coming up, a community prepares for more unrest after a violent night of protests.
For about 20 to 30% of our region down toward the southeast could be affected by a few snowflakes tomorrow. That means the rest of us, sandwiched in between two systems, our second system's on the way, will affect all of us. I'll go over the further details coming up. WKYT News at Noon starts right now.
Good afternoon from WKYT News. I'm Barbara Bailey.
And I'm Bill Bryant. Here's what's happening at noon. At least 80 people now facing charges in the St. Louis area after being arrested overnight following peaceful protests that gave way to all-out chaos. A grand jury decided not to charge police officer Darren Wilson in the death of unarmed teenager Michael Brown last August.
Now, at least 14 people were treated for injuries they suffered during that violence. Danielle Nottingham has the latest from Ferguson, Missouri. It's our top story at noon.
Burned out businesses smoldered following a night of chaos in Ferguson, Missouri. Rioting broke out after a county prosecutor announced that 9 white and 3 African-American jurors decided not to indict police officer Darren Wilson in the shooting death of unarmed teenager Michael Brown in August. Their decision was based on 70 hours of testimony from about 60 witnesses. This morning, the mayor of St. Louis condemned the violence.
It really sets back the cause of social justice. Violence doesn't solve anything.
President Obama called for peaceful demonstrations, but the situation quickly got out of hand as roaming groups of demonstrators, some from outside the area, rampaged through the neighborhood, firing shots, breaking windows, and destroying businesses. Police responded with tear gas. CBS News correspondent Omar Villafranca ducked for cover as a demonstrator fired shots in the air close to where he was reporting. Many schools and businesses are closed in the Ferguson area today. The crowds have dispersed, but they're expected to return tonight. Officer Wilson released a statement through his lawyers thanking his supporters. Wilson testified that he opened fire on Brown after the 18-year-old physically overwhelmed him during a confrontation. Flowers and stuffed animals remain at the makeshift memorial where Brown was killed. Danielle Nottingham, CBS News, Ferguson, Missouri.
The U.S. Justice Department is conducting an investigation to determine if Wilson violated Brown's civil rights. Brown's family could also file a wrongful death lawsuit against the officer. A Lexington organization is putting together a peaceful protest in response to the grand jury decision. It will start with a march for justice and equality tonight at 6 o'clock. The group will gather at 3rd Street in Limestone and then walk to the courthouse plaza. Organizers say they'll honor both Michael Brown and Tony Sullivan, who was shot and killed by a Lexington police officer 20 years ago. Students at the University of Kentucky are also holding a march on campus this afternoon.
In other news at noon, a man charged in a Lexington murder from this past summer will face a judge in less than an hour. U.S. Marshals arrested 30-year-old Jeffrey Morris earlier this month in Phoenix, Arizona, after he spent 5 months on the run. Police say he shot and killed 47-year-old Anthony Carter on Chestnut Street back in June. WKYT's Sean Moody has reaction from the victim's brother about the arrest. Sean?
Jeffrey Morris was booked into the Fayette County Detention Center last night. His arraignment is set for 1 o'clock this afternoon. He'll be facing charges of murder and tampering with physical evidence. It's been 5 months now since Anthony Carter was shot and killed on Chestnut Street.
Out of the blue, my brother gets murdered. I'm still struggling.
Alfred Jones was Carter's little brother. He says Carter had moved here to Lexington from Michigan not long ago, looking for a new life.
He was talking about wanting to go to school. He just had so many opportunities up here, you know, but he never got a chance to fulfill some of the things that he wanted to do.
Police say Jeffrey Morris killed Carter. In an arrest warrant, the detective said a witness reported seeing Morris in an argument with Carter, then shooting him and getting away on a bicycle. The detective said other witnesses told him Morris confessed to them that he'd killed Carter. A judge signed an arrest warrant in July, but it wasn't until this month that U.S. Marshals arrested Morris in the Phoenix, Arizona area.
Thankful the police never gave up. tracked this guy all the way to Phoenix, Arizona.
Jones says the past 5 months have been tough, and knowing there's a trial ahead isn't easy, but he says the family is ready.
This is a whole nother part of the healing process, and we're just ready for this to happen. We'll be at every court date. Everyone he has, we'll be there.
Now, we put in a request to speak with Morris at the Fayette County Detention Center, but we haven't heard back. In Lexington, Sean Moody, WKYT.
John, thank you. And Jones says that his brother's death has actually made his family closer.
A man accused in a 2012 Lexington murder case is facing more charges this midday. 18-year-old Treshawn Jones is charged in the 2012 killing of Flaco Lopez on Davenport Drive. Jones, Alexander Burdett, Rodnisha Murphy, and a third person are also charged in that murder. Now, Jones also reportedly spit and punched 2 officers at the Fayette County Detention Center.
Well, 2 people are recovering in the hospital after an unusual crash near Lexington's Fayette Mall today. A woman told police that she fell asleep at the wheel right in the mall parking lot. The car went through a guardrail and down an embankment and onto Reynolds Road. WKYT's Victor Puente is near the scene where the road is still shut down here at this noon hour. Victor?
You can see by the hole in the guardrail behind me just how fast that driver was going this morning when she went through it, launching her car onto the road below. It happened around 8:30 this morning. Police say the driver told them she fell asleep at the wheel while driving through the mall parking lot. She missed her turn, went through the guardrail, over another railing, landing on the road below. Firefighters say she and her male passenger had serious but non-life-threatening injuries. They credit seatbelts and airbags for saving their lives. Reynolds Road was closed while crews cleaned up the mess. Firefighters say considering the location, they're glad no one else was on the road when that car came down on it.
You know, it's the holidays, so here at the mall there's going to be a lot of increased traffic. So I really feel like it was a fortunate day that nobody else was involved.
Reynolds Road reopened around 9:45, but while police were out here, at least 3 drivers tried to go past the roadblock to continue driving. In each of those cases, police stopped them and made them turn around. In Lexington, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Victor, thank you. And police say they continue to expect heavy traffic around the mall, and they're asking drivers to slow down in that area.
Well, as we get closer to people hitting the roads for Thanksgiving, we're tracking another storm system that could potentially bring snow to the bluegrass. WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris is live at our First Alert Weather Center now with a look ahead. What are we expecting, Micah?
Well, it's going to be an interesting forecast, that's for sure, because we have 2 systems and we're kind of wedged in between both of those. One over toward the East Coast. It's going to ride right along the East Coast, and then one back, I mean, it's well back toward the west. You're still in Montana, so we'll be really breaking that forecast down coming up in just a few minutes. But we're kind of in the middle right now, and that's very tranquil weather. You're not going to get much out of that. And then as we go throughout the next few days, things will start to change. But today, it's beautiful outside. 40s, not all that bad, even some 50s being mixed in. There's live sky camera, a good shot, a couple of clouds here and there, but that's about it. And we go throughout the rest of the afternoon, we'll be in the mid-40s for most. Now, there will be some in the 50s down toward the southeast. We'll be well into the 50s, so it kind of depends on where you are. There's a big temperature gradient across the region, and I just don't see much going on today. But it's all about the travel, the focus of that. When that next system rolls on in, what can we expect out of that? And when do you need to leave to head towards some family houses? I'll show you your forecast coming up.
All right, Micah, thank you. And as Micah just mentioned, a nor'easter will be heading up the East Coast just in time to put a damper on Thanksgiving travel plans. Forecasters say a coastal storm could dump rain along the coast and snow inland. The highest amounts of snow expected to fall in northeastern Pennsylvania, the Catskills of upstate New York, and into Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine. Meanwhile, gas prices have shot up nearly 30 cents. Most stations in Lexington are selling gas for $2.88 a gallon.
Another name could soon be added to the ballot for Kentucky's 2015 governor's race. Kentucky Supreme Court Justice Will T. Scott of Pikeville says he will decide after the first of the year whether he's going to run. The Herald-Leader reports that if Scott does enter the Republican primary, he would step down from the state's highest court. Hal Heiner and Agriculture Commissioner James Comer are already seeking the Republican nomination. And attorney Attorney General Jack Conway and Jeff Young are running on the Democratic ticket so far. Family and friends are set to honor a man who died weeks after being elected mayor of their city. Visitation for T.J. Hill is tonight at Lincoln County High School. His funeral is tomorrow at 1, and it will also be at the school. The coroner says Hill died last week of natural causes. The 56-year-old was a retired police officer, and he was Stanford's mayor-elect. Starting January 1st, Stanford City Council will have 30 days to select a new mayor. Well, some lucky students got a special visit from Miss Kentucky this morning.
That's right, Miss Kentucky. Ramsey Carpenter spoke at Stanford Elementary School. She also stopped by the 6th grade center in Lincoln Middle School. Carpenter played My Old Kentucky Home on her fiddle. She won Miss Kentucky in July and finished in the top 12 in the Miss America pageant. Carpenter told young people the importance of perseverance. She says it took her 4 times to win the pageant. And children need to understand never to give up on their goals and dreams.
So I don't want children to have one attempt at something and then give up if they don't make it that first time, because as long as they can improve and do their best, that's what's really important, and that's what the true meaning of a winning lifestyle is.
Now, Ramsey says she also stresses the importance of a healthy lifestyle in speaking of the Kentucky Proud label with the Kentucky Department of Agriculture.
All right, she is determined and out there among the young people now. Well, President Obama is pushing for support of his immigration plan during a trip to Chicago this afternoon.
We'll have a preview of his meeting with community leaders next on Kentucky's #1 midday news.
Also ahead on WKYT News at noon, 2 more venues say no thanks to Bill Cosby in the wake of more sexual allegations against the comedian. Find out where his shows have been canceled. Coming up.